Hello, good day friend. Today we'll see how we can create a virtual machine in Azure. So let us see this in action. So here in the Azure portal, so you can see there is a virtual machine, or otherwise you can type it here and you can click on that. So you will be coming to a page where you will be seeing all your virtual machine listed. I don't have any virtual machines, that is why it is not showing. We can go here and click on virtual machine. And you see the tabs. So it's basics, disks, networking, management, advanced, tags, review and create. These are the tabs. And then you have your subscription. Check for subscription. If you have multiple subscription, you can select those. Select a subscription in which you want to create the virtual machine. You need a resource group. I don't have a resource group now. I can create one. Demo probably 15. Okay. And put a virtual machine name, give a proper name, and select the region where you would like the virtual machine to be placed. So your the regions are East US, East US 2, South Central, West US, all these regions are there. Central US, okay, they're all over world. You can create it wherever you would like to. So let me start with East US. There are availability options. I will come in later videos and will explain this availability options, availability zone, availability set. Okay, the image, which image you would like to. There are different images are there: Ubuntu server, Red Hat, Linux, SUSE, then CentOS, Debian, and also Windows based 2019 data center, 2016 data center, Windows 10 Pro. If you need other kind of images, you can go for this browse all public and private images. You click on this and it will load all the images. You can go and you can check. You will select those, select any of those. You will be able to create virtual machine with that image. You can create the virtual machine using SSH key or password. So let me start with password. Let me take a simple password. You are not recommended to use a simple password or a same password for all your virtual machines. It is advised to rotate your password and use a strong password. Next, disks. Okay, so I'd like to go back and I want to show you to you. There is a selected public inbound ports. If you would like to open ports for so that you can have access to the virtual machines, you can do that from here. Here is your HTTP, HTTPS, SSH. As it is a Linux virtual machine, I am opening SSH port so that I can connect to it. Next is disk. Which disk type can be your standard hard drive disk, standard SSD, okay, and then your premium SSD. So mainly the hard this varies in your input output per second, IOPS. So if I go to say, you will see if I select standard HDD, mainly standard the HDD is using your solid mechanical hard drive, and these are premium SSDs are SSDs. And for premium SSDs, it is your IOPS varies. It's very high IOPS for premium SSDs. Let me choose standard HDD. There are encryption type. There are two kinds of encryption. One is Microsoft, that means platform managed encryption. Another one is your customer managed. Okay, like if you have your encryption key, you can upload that and you can encrypt your OS disk or your even your data disk, whichever you prefer, with that key as. Okay, now at the starting, if you do with the customer managed key, later you can't change it back to platform managed key. You have to always use your customer managed key. But if you start with platform managed key, later if you would like, you can change it to customer managed key. And here we will associate data disk. Okay, and in the advanced section you have managed disk and ephemeral OS disk. If you want if you don't want to use managed disk, then choose no. Managed disk means it will be the disk will be managed by Azure, okay, Microsoft. Next is networking. In the networking, so any virtual machine you create in Azure, a virtual network has to be there. Virtual machine will be created in a subnet in a virtual network. Okay, it cannot be created standalone. If you don't have any network, you can't create a virtual machine because you can't be able to access it. So that is why network has to be part of it. So it has to be part of one subnet and one virtual network. So as I don't have any virtual network and subnet, so that is why it is showing new. Okay, now if you want, you can change these properties from here, create new, and you can go and it will open up, and you can change the address range. If you want to add more subnets, you can do that. Also you can do after it is being created. Public IP, so it's if you don't want public IP, if you want to create the virtual machine as a private, you can choose done. Okay, and then the security group. Okay, NICS security group. This is basic public inbound ports. This is allowed. Okay, it's selected inbound ports. This is another place where from where you can set it up. Okay, accelerated networking, I will explain it in my other videos. Load balancing, you can I will explain that this one as well. And then boot diagnostic, all this I will explain. Okay, identity auto shutdown. Okay, backup, I will explain all those. So even the advanced this extension part. And tags, if you would like to add tags, that you can do, and then review and create. Give it some time. So it got validated. It is showing me that this is the amount of money I will be charged, that is 6 Indian rupee per hour. And then we'll check all the properties if it looks okay to us, and then based on that, then we'll go and we'll click on create. So you'll be redirected to this kind of page where you will see all the resources, different resources are being created. One point I would like to mention, that is when a virtual machine gets created. Let me show it to you. So I'm inside the virtual machine. If you come to networking, you can click on topology. This topology will show you, show you a diagram, what are the components has been created and how the virtual machine is placed. You see, this is your virtual network. Okay, and this is the subnet, and here is our network interface card. This is the network security group. This is the public IP, and this is our virtual machine. This is how it is laid out. Okay, so these are 1 2 3 4 5 6, so many components got created. That is why you see all those components. Now if I close this and if I go to overview, this is my virtual machine. Okay, so this is the resource group. Okay, if I click on this resource group, and you see so many resources got created, 1 2 3 4 5 6, a disk, network interface, network security group, IP. Okay, virtual machine and virtual network. If you create a virtual machine without mentioning IP, that is a private virtual machine, then this resource will not be created. Okay, now let me go to the virtual machine, and you see this is the resource group, this is the operating system, this is the size, this is the IP address, this is the virtual network. Okay, and then your location, and if you come down, you will see the properties. This is the computer name, this is the operating system. Okay, so that is how you can create a virtual machine. This is one of the ways. There are other ways also. This is from portal. You can create virtual machine this way in Azure. Thank you for watching this.